I have a work order for a large wooden panel that is becoming detached off the wall in a lobby waiting room at a medical center. Let's take a look at it. Here's the wallboard. The one in particular is having a problem is up here. As you can see, it's pulling away. So, job is to get it reattached. It doesn't seem to be pulling too hard. I'm gonna try an adhesive behind it and then tape it down for 24 hours and then remove the tape. So it appears what the failure was is, it held for 19 years, but you get a little bit of these wood type screws with only one or two threads, maybe three, in three different positions here. And then with the moisture in the seasons, dry and humid, it is pulled away. I'm gonna go ahead and get some adhesive back there, like I said, and some tape to hold it down until it dries and sets. Today's my Friday, so on Monday I'll come back and remove the adhesive tape. Squeaky. Or let's not make a mess. Keeping it away from the edge so it doesn't squish out. Let's see what kind of coverage we got here. We've got a good bead. Go ahead and push it against there. put some more in. It's on the back too. That might be enough. I'm gonna go ahead and start applying the tape. Hold it in place. I'll go ahead and add a little bit more tape to the top. Maybe a little bit more there. Until the glue sets up, and then remove it. It's my Friday, so I'll be back on Monday to remove the tape.
Rice with that.
Small, medium, large. Brought the old one. It was easy peasy. Well, here's the deal. The place I was at earlier today with the wallboard problem, I left and came over here 2 towns away and did the glove box holder. Now I'm got called back to the other place I was just at because they have a leaky toilet. Or a leaky toilet and it won't stop flushing, something like that. So now I'm traveling back over there and see what's up there. Some days are like that. It's just you're like a ping pong ball. But at the end of the day, I get paid 8 hours, so that's all that matters. If it's more windshield time, then that's what it is. All right, let's go see what's happening with this toilet. All right, I'm assuming it's one of these 2 bathrooms in the main entrance. Since they described it as the guest bathroom, or guest restroom, back at the outpatient surgery center. Yeah, I hear the toilet running. That nothing. Now I can hear myself think. Alright, toilet's off. Let's get the strap wrench. Give it one flush to release any pressure. I prefer the strap wrenches, especially against channel locks with teeth jaws on them, because then you just rip up the chrome. That way. But if you're gonna use a wrench, use a flat jaws, not teeth, and mark up the chrome. It's gonna slip and slide on me, ain't it? Slip and slide. It turned a little bit. We have to turn a little bit more. I'm gonna do it by hand. There we go. This is the outer cover for a slow and flexometer. This is the inner cover. Actually, I'm gonna go back to the truck and replace those, because I learned over time that these actually wear out too. There's a vacuum on here. Let's pop the seal. There's somebody else trying to get in. There's an out of order sign on there. Trying to come in anyways. There's the inner cover. I'll replace that. There's your diaphragm. The diaphragm could still be good, and there's just solids in the water that prevented it from sealing, and which prevents it from stopping its flush, because there's a lower body of the valve and the upper body of the valve. Until the pressure equalizes, the valve doesn't seat and close. And just real quick on this diaphragm, there's a little hole somewhere, an orifice that lets the water spray up to the upper body. If crud gets in there and it clogs, it'll never stop flushing. This isn't terrible, but there's wear on this, and like I said, just go ahead and replace the diaphragm itself. I like to go ahead and wipe off the seat on the valve body right here, in case there's any mung or solids stuck to it. Get a little bit of a closer view there. Yep, they're still beating on the door. Somebody's got a pee. Just wipe that off. I'm gonna wipe that off too. You can see some corrosion on here. It feels pretty smooth. Most of the time you don't have to replace the valve body itself, but there is instances when you do. I don't think that's today. We'll normally test flush it. Go ahead and drop your new diaphragm in. If I have a flashlight, I'll show you the little orifice that the water needs to come through to get to the upper body. Yeah, let me try that for you guys. There's a lot of people in maintenance that they know changing this fixes the problem, but they don't really understand what the problem is. So here is, see where that light comes through that hole? Well, that's where the water comes from the lower body to the upper body during the flush. And then once the upper body is full of water and the pressure is equal, the diaphragm closes down on that seat and stops its flush. But if crud gets in there, there's no way for the water to get up there and for it to do its job. And trust me, I changed these for years not knowing really what the science or physics behind it or actually how it worked, but it did work. So it was just later on I investigated and found out. And why isn't this dropping in? Is it part of the old one still in there? Yep, that can happen. Here's your new one. Here's the old one. It's broke in there. I gotta dig it out. Yeah. Dig it out. How about a finger? Well, finger work. Maybe. Alright, let's get a little more light on the subject. Here she comes. Get my big hand out of the way. If you would, if you get anything out of this video, please hit the like button and subscribe if you would. I am new to the YouTube channel. Figured I'm not doing it for the money. There really isn't any money in it, unless you're Mr. Beast or someone. It's more just sharing what I know.
helping someone else out. Been in maintenance 32 years, and it's a lot of school of hard knocks. There she is, the rest of it. Let's look down there, make sure we're free of any other parts. Yeah, we good. Alright, now let's go back to dropping in the diaphragm. And I lied, I'm not going to replace the cover unless we have a leak or something after I test it. But periodically they should be changed too, the inner covers. I didn't do that for the longest time either until I learned that they do wear out. So I keep those on my truck too. Always be ready for a plumbing problem. You don't have to run to, well, first of all, you're not gonna, most of the time you're not gonna go to Home Depot or Menards. They do have some stuff, but I wouldn't depend on what they have, what you need. Just have a few backups. You don't have to have as many as I have on the truck, but I take care of 2 million square feet of medical space throughout Chicagoland, and I've just been doing it a real long time and know what I need to have. Saves me from, keeps me home for dinner on time. I'm driving around looking for parts. A lot of times you have to go to like a supply house to get the parts you need. They're not going to have them at a big box store. Alright, I'll get the strap wrench and tighten that down. Alright, why aren't you taking up on me? You should be taking up. Well, I'm going to say, because I don't have this on right. Okay. I'll figure that out a little later. Just give me a chance to show what kind of a type of wrench you should use. Nothing with teeth on it. This is what I mean, flat jaw. There's no teeth to mark up the chrome. Hold on to the valve body, torquing it down. Okay. And then what I do when I test it is I don't take the control stop, the scroll stop. I'm ready to turn it off at any moment, just in case it starts spraying like a fountain. It's a good sign when it stops. Flush it. Oops. Put this back in here just in case. We're all good. So I'll put that vandalism cap back on, and I'll flush it several times, make sure there's no leaks. He is a maintenance guy. You don't want callbacks. You don't want to hear the guy was here but didn't fix it, or the guy was here and thought he fixed it and he didn't fix it, or, you know, put your name on your jobs. Not saying I never get a call back. I do maybe once a year, if it's a bad year, twice a year, but you know, don't be in a rush to leave. Make a repair, put a lot of demand on it. Make sure everything is good. Don't assume anything. And you'll save yourself a callback. You should get at least a 4-second flush on these for a proper flush. 4 to 5 seconds. So. Everything is good. No leaks. Thanks for joining me and coming along on changing a Sloan diaphragm flush valve. It's not ready. It's a little cockeye in there. I'm sure. Usually I just tap them on. Let's see if we just spit it on there though. Yeah. There we go. It's on. That's a show, and I'm going to lunch, a late lunch. I think it's text or 2, it's 2:30 or something. Again, thanks a bunch for coming along. Please like and subscribe. Have a good day.